Yeah. So good afternoon. Again, on your book, page 289, we have applications of right triangles. So in this lesson, we're going to distinguish between angles of elevation and depression, and also we will solve problems involving angles of elevation and depression and other related problems involving right triangles. So in here, many real-life problems can be modeled using right triangles. Most of these involve what we call angle of elevation and angle of depression. Ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba nila? So, the angle formed between a horizontal line. So, i-drawing nyo nga sa hangin yung horizontal line. Paano yung horizontal line sa hangin? Pahiga. And the line of sight is called angle of elevation if the line of sight is above the horizontal line. Tandaan kapag angle of elevation above the horizontal line. And the angle formed between the horizontal line and the line of sight is called angle of depression if the line of sight is below the horizontal line. So yun yung pinagkaiba. Ang angle of elevation above the horizontal line and ang angle of depression is below the horizontal line. So ayan yung figure nasa page 290. Okay? So, ayan. So, dito, we have example number 1. The angle of elevation of the top of a residential building is 52 degrees. So, ang ginamit dito ay angle of elevation. Therefore, yung first figure, yung gagamitin natin, yung sa above of the horizontal line. And if an observer is 7 meters from the building, how high is the building? So, gagawa tayo ng triangle na kung saan parang pinapakita niya yung ating problem. Okay? So, since meron na tayo dito, yung figure, meron tayong building. So, imagine this one is a building. Example lang. And then, ang nasa given problem is angle of elevation of the top of residential building is 52 degrees. Ngayon, yung observer daw is 7 meters from the building. So, ibig sabihin yung distance niya is 7 meters. Okay? And then, yung ating building at yung ating observer is meron siyang 52 degrees. Okay? So, from, sabi niya, di ba, ito yung horizontal line natin, since angle of elevation above the horizontal line. So, ito yon. And then, ano yung given measure natin? We have 52 degrees. Okay? And ang hinahanap natin, how high? So, therefore, ito yung nawawala. Yung kanyang height. Kasi ang tanong is, how high is the building? Okay? So, kung ito yung ating angle, meron tayong missing, which is, ano niya kaya yun? Ano yung relationship ng ating angle dun sa missing? Yung height ng building. Ano kaya yun? Ano yung relationship niya?
Opposite
We have
niya po.
Opposite niya. And then, meron tayong, ano niya kaya ito? Yung 7 meters. Yan yung distance. So, ano niya? Ano ng angle natin yung 7 meters?
Adjacent po.
Yes, adjacent. Kasi meron tayo ditong right angle. So, meron tayong opposite and adjacent. Therefore, ano kaya yung gagamitin nating trigonometric function? Meron tayong O and A. We have tangent. So, therefore, yung ating given angle ng tangent is itong 52 degrees. And then, ano yung opposite natin? We have missing. Or yung dito, inassume natin na since ang question is how high is the height, or I mean how high is the building, therefore, height yung ating opposite. And then, yung ating adjacent, given yan, we have 7 meters. And for us to get the height, we need to cross-multiply. So, therefore, ito, automatic meron siyang denominator na 1. And then, using cross-multiplication, 1 times h is equal to h. And then, we have 7 meters times yung ating given tangent 52 degrees. Hindi lang siya kasya. Okay? And then, ang gagawin natin ngayon is i-multiply natin using our calculator. So, 7, may calculator kayo dyan, 7 times yung ating tangent 52 degrees. Ilan yung nakuha nyo?
8.96 po.
Yes. Ang nandito sa calculator, we have 8.959. Therefore, yung 9, consider siya as add 1. Yung last digit na natin doon sa 2 decimal places, yung 5 mag-a-add ng 1. So, magiging 6 na siya. Kaya 8.96 yung ating height. Okay? So, therefore, kung ni-round off natin, magiging yung 8.96 consider as 9 meters high. So, the building is 9 meters high. Naintindihan mo paano natin kinuha yung height ng ating building?
Yes po.
Next, in our example number 2, from the top of a cliff, the angle of depression of a boat is 23 degrees. So dito, angle of depression yung ginamit. Tinitignan nyo dun sa problem. So since angle of depression, ibig sabihin, yung horizontal line above or below nun, yung ating site. Okay? So kapag angle of elevation, above. Kapag angle of depression, below. So, ito yung figure dyan sa page 291. Sundan nyo na lang para dun sa mga na-late. Okay? So, meron tayong yung ating distance. And then, if the cliff is 75 feet, ibig sabihin, di ba kapag feet, ano yun, parang lalim, di ba? So, meron tayong 75 feet. And then, how far is the boat from the foot of the cliff? So, therefore, kung layo, ito yung nawawala. Di ba? Missing ito. So, we have, mamaya makikita natin kung ano yung missing yan. And then, this one is our angle, which is equal to 23 degrees. Okay? Ngayon, anong ng angle na ito yung nawawala? Ano yung relationship nila?
Hypotenuse
Ano
na po.
We have hypotenuse. And then, ano niya, itong 75 feet. We have, ayan o, ano niya?
Po.
Ha?
Ay, opposite po, teacher.
Opposite. Ngayon, ay bakit ito yung nawawala ko? Anong nawawala? Distance. Distance pala yung nawawala, hindi yung opposite. Ay, hindi yung, hindi yung hypotenuse. Distance yung nawawala. Ito yung nawawala. From dito sa ating, yung height ng boat, di ba? Ito yon. Tapos, from the cliff, yung foot niya ito, hanggang dito yung distance. Yun yung nawawala. So, ano niya yung nawawala? Here is
Distance po, teacher.
Ay, but
Adjacent po ni 23 degrees.
Adjacent niya. Very good. So, therefore, kung adjacent niya ito, kasi meron right angle and then yung given angle, so yung kanyang, yung nawawalang distance is our adjacent. So, therefore, meron ulit tayong adjacent and opposite. And gagamitin natin ay tangent. Okay? At ito yung ating given angle. So, meron tayong tangent, 23 degrees. At yung opposite natin ay, ito yon, which is 75 feet. And then yung ating adjacent, yun yung nawawala, which is the distance. Okay? So, let D yung ating adjacent. And then, kagaya ng kanina, we have automatic meron denominator na 1. And then, cross-multiply. So, 1 times 75 feet, we have 75 feet. And then, D times tangent 23 degrees, we have D times natin siya sa tangent 23 degrees. And then, para makuha natin yung value ni D, mag-divide tayo both side. Tama? So, kung ano yung kasama ni D. So, since ang kasama niya is si tangent 23, i-divide, hindi na siya kasya. I-divide natin siya. I-rewrite ko na lang dito. So, we have 75 feet equals D, and then yung tangent 23 degrees. So, kasama ni D is si tangent 23 degrees. So, ganun din dito sa kabila, we have tangent 23 degrees. So, makakancel ito. D now, or our distance, i-divide natin siya. 75, using your calculator, 75 divided by tangent 23 degrees. Ano yung nakuha nyo?
176.69.
176.688. So, therefore, yung 8, ibig sabihin, add 1. So, magiging 6, 9. And, yung distance ngayon is 176.688. 69 feet. Okay? Or away from the foot of the cliff. Naintindihan kung paano natin nakuha yung ating distance? Kasi ang hinahanap is, ang question is how far. So, ibig sabihin, distance yung ating hinahanap.
Sure.
Okay? Yes?
Kapag po ba distance yung hinahanap, yung adjacent po yung nawawala?
Depende dun sa ating triangle. So, dito kasi, di ba, ang nawawala is distance. Tapos, meron kang yung lalim. Meron tayong 75 feet. Tapos, ang question is how far. Ito yon. Depende ito. Nag-form tayo ng triangle. Tapos, yung ating given na angle of depression is 23 degrees. So, ito yon, 23 degrees. So, therefore, depende. Depende dun sa given.
Teacher, hindi po nun siya mag-hypotenuse kasi po yung hypotenuse pababa po siya nun.
Hypotenuse?
Opo.
Ito yung hypotenuse, anak. Yung distance, ito yun. From the foot of the cliff. Ito yun. Yung
Okay
sa
po.
drawing. Ayan, dun sa page 291.
Sige po,
Depende
sige.
doon sa given. Ngayon, nakuha natin is 176.69. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, yung layo nung foot of the cliff hanggang dun sa sa top ng boat is 176.69. Naintindihan? Naintindihan to?
Opo, teacher.
Okay. Next, meron tayo dito. If the search and rescue helicopter has a field of view of 50 degrees and is flying at an altitude of 165 feet above sea level, what is the diameter of the circle illuminated on the surface of the water? So dito, may mga may mga pumasok na mga solid figure. So given dito yung sa ating figure, meron tayong 8.2 feet. Kinuha yung ating yung sa diameter ng ating cone. Okay? So, given na ito, yung sa figure, we have, ito yun. This is our right angle. And then yung, yung tawag dito, angle of, since ito ay, kung titignan mo, yung horizontal line, nasa taas niya. So, angle of elevation. Ito yung angle of elevation natin, which is, nag-measure siya ng 25 degrees. And then yung ating opposite ng ating angle is d/2 or yung half ng diameter. And meron tayong yung height from dito sa baba hanggang dun sa helicopter, we have 82.5 feet. So given itong mga to. Ngayon, tignan lang natin ano yung relationship ng ating angle which is 25 degrees dito sa ating d or half of the diameter. So ito, we have opposite niya. And then, ito yung angle, ito yung right angle. So, ito anong relationship ng 82.5 feet? So, we have adjacent. So, we have tangent ulit ang gagamitin natin. And then, tangent, yung angle natin ay 25 degrees. And yung opposite natin ay d/2 over yung adjacent natin ay 82.5 feet. Yan. So, ganun ulit. Merong denominator na 1 and then cross multiply. So, we have d/2 times 1, that is d/2. And then, we have tangent 25 degrees times natin sa, dito ko na lang sa baba ilalagay, 82.5 feet. So, ngayon, since fraction ito, gagawin natin is to cross multiply. Hindi na kasya. Ayan. So, magiging d 82.5 feet equals 2 times yung tangent 25 degrees. So, meron kasama si d. Ang gagawin natin is i-divide. So, i-divide pa natin yan sa 82.5 feet. Ganon din dito. 82.5 feet. Maka-cancel. So, we have 2 tangent 25 degrees divided by 82.5. Ay, back. 2 tangent 25 degrees divided by 82.5. Ay, iba yung nakukuha, no? Ay, numerator pala ito. Wait lang. Ang ginawa ko is, whole number ko siya. Kaya ako siya cross multiply. Ayusin ko lang siya. I-rewrite ko na lang. So we have tangent 25 degrees over 1 equals d over 2 divided by 82.5 feet. Hindi na kasya. Erase ko lang, no? Wait lang, naguluhan ako dun sa fraction na numerator. So magiging, kapag kinross multiply natin siya, we have 1 times d over 2, that is d over 2. And then, we have tangent 25 degrees, tsaka yung 82.5 feet. Ngayon, since ito ay fraction, ito pa, ginawa ko kasi kanina, di ba, ano sila, nilagay ko sa ilalim, akala ko ulit fraction siya. So, since ito ay fraction, i-multiply natin both side kung ano yung denominator. So, ang denominator natin ay 2. Ito, magkadugtong 2, ah. So, i-multiply siya. And then, makakancel ito. Di na lang ang matitira. And, we have, multiply natin sa 2. And then, yung tangent 25 and yung 82.5 feet. So, i-multiply niya natin 2 tangent 25 degrees. So, times natin siya sa 82.5. So, ano yung nakuha natin? We have 76.94. Nasundan niyo sa calculator?
Opo, teacher.
Yan. So, we have 76.94. Yung ating diameter. Okay? So, since diameter ang ating hinahanap. So, the illuminated circle has a diameter of 76.94 feet. Okay? Nalito lang ako dito kanina kasi sinulat ko siya sa salba. Okay? Clear na? Kung paano natin nakuha yung sa diameter?
Opo, teacher.
Basta i-identify lang din sa triangle. Identify lang kung asan yung opposite, adjacent. Yes?
Hindi ko po nakuha dun sa calculator, teacher. Paano po siya ilagay?
I-anin mo lang siya. 2, tapos tan, tapos 25 degrees, and then times yung multiplication, dito, symbol, 82.5. Nakuha mo?
Yes po, teacher. Thank you po.
Next, dito sa ating example number 4, 2 planes take off from an airport at 12:30 p.m. One flies on a course 52 degrees at a constant rate of 134 miles per hour. So, meron tayong dalawa. Diba? Dalawa yung given dito. So, yung isa, 52 degrees, yung nilipad niya. Yung isa naman, the second flies on a course 162 degrees at 155 miles per hour. Pero bakit dito sa given natin is 142 lang? May ulit dito, may error. Kasi ang given dito sa ating figure, papansinin niyo sa page 292 ay, di ba, ito yung figure. Yung isa daw, ang nilipad niya ay 52 degrees. Tapos yung isa dapat 162 degrees. Pero ang nakalagay dyan ay 142 degrees lang siya. No? Tama?
Teacher, papalitan po yung 142 degrees po.
Oo, ng 162. Kasi dun sa given, kung mag-base tayo sa given, 162 siya. Pero kung mag-base tayo dito sa ating figure, susundan yung 142. Papalitan naman yung sa given ng 142. Okay, pero ang sundan na lang natin ay 162 dun sa given. Tapos, we have the solution in the illustration below. Notice that the angle between the paths taken by 2 planes is equal to 90 degrees. And then, let yung sa plane 1 and plane 2 be the positions of the two planes. Note that we are being asked to determine the distance between the two planes 2 hours and 15 minutes after takeoff. So dito, ang ginamit lang natin na figure since meron tayong dun sa given ay 301.5. Ang missing naman natin today, this time is yung ating hypotenuse. Kasi ito yung ating right angle and meron tayong 301.5 miles. And then ito yung ating airplane 1. Tapos yung airplane 2, we have 364.5 miles. And then since dito ang nawawala natin, yung ating hypotenuse, gagamit tayo ng babalikan natin yung sa Pythagorean theorem, which is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Okay? So, erase natin. We have Pythagorean theorem. Yung ating nawawala is yung hypotenuse, which is our c. And then, let A, itong 301.5 miles, and then squared plus yung ating pangalawa, which is 364.5 squared. So, para makuha natin, isolve muna natin yung 301, lagay nyo sa calculator, 0.5 squared. So, makukuha natin ay, ang laki, no? Hindi ng screen, hindi ko makasya lahat ng sinusulat ko. So, pag sinolve natin, we have c squared is equal to 301.5 squared. That is 90,902.25. Same ba tayo na nakuha? Ganun din ba nakuha nyo?
Opo, teacher.
Okay, masyadong malaki yung mga given nila. So, we have 90,902.25 plus, ito namang isa yung i-square natin. We have 364.5 squared. We have 132,860.25. So, kunin muna natin yung sum ng dalawa. So, we have 132,860.25 plus 90,902.25. Ano yung nakuha nyo? 223,000. Tama? Pareho tayo nakuha. 223,762.5. Ngayon naman, para makuha natin yung value ng ating hypotenuse, we have to extract the root. So, makakancel ito at ito. So, we have c now is equal to, yung kuha natin yung square root ng nakuha natin kanina, which is 223,762.5. So, we have c is equal to, alam nyo ba yung symbol dyan ng square root?
Opo,
Alam nyo,
teacher.
ayan. Sige. Try nyo kuhanin. Square root of 223,762.5. Anong nakuha nyo?
423.035 po.
Tama
Plus
naman pala yung solution. Yung naging answer natin. We have yung ating, di ba ito yung ating triangle? Sinagmukhang right. Ayan. So, yung ating hypotenuse now is 473.04 miles. Therefore, the two planes are 473.04 miles. Okay? Yung distance ng ating dalawang airplane. Clear?
Teachers, kailan po namin malalaman kung gagamit po kami ng formula po na yan?
Kapag nawawala yung ating hypotenuse. Pero yung kanina kasi meron na tayong opposite and adjacent, tangent yung ginamit natin doon.
Pag po hinanap lang po yung hypotenuse.
Pero dito kasi, ang hinahanap natin ay distance ng dalawang airplane. Gamit yung figure dyan sa left side. Ito. Draw ko dito. Para makuha natin yung distance. Ito Ito, di ba? Yung ating airplane. Ito yung una, ito yung pangalawa. So, hinahanap natin distance ng dalawa. Ito yun. Okay? So, nung sinolve natin, since ito yung nawawala, ito yung ating right angle, meron tayong hypotenuse. So, pag hypotenuse yung hinahanap, meron tayong formula which is the Pythagorean theorem. Yung c squared equals a squared plus b squared.
Okay po, teacher. Salamat po.
Oo. Tapos dito sa accuracy, meron tayong dito sa give two trigonometric equations that could be used to solve for x in each figure. So, bigyan ko na kayo ng konting idea dito. So, meron tayong 3. So, imagine ito na. Yan. And then, yung distance, which is 19. Ito yung ating angle of, kapag above the horizontal line, we have angle of elevation. Yung angle of elevation natin ay 24 degrees. Tapos, hinahanap natin ngayon ay, anong hinahanap yung, ito, meron tayong x na nakalagay dyan. Dito sa right side ng 3. So, therefore, ang hinahanap natin is yung height ng halaman. Okay? So, kung hinahanap yung height ng halaman, ano ng ating angle? Yung height. So, we have opposite. And ano niya itong distance? We have adjacent. So, gagamit tayo ng tangent. Kayo na ang mag-solve dun sa value ng distance. Ay, ng height, I mean, ng 3. Okay? So, solve for the value of x. And yung pangalawa pang isa-solve is, madali lang. Ito yung pangatlo. Yung sa, ito. We have this figure. Meron naman tayong height. Given naman dito yung height ngayon. And then, ang nawawala is, bakit tangent x siya, no? Ay, hindi given yung angle of, ano dito, elevation. Try nga natin kung makukuha natin siya. Kaso tangent x siya. Tama. So, given na yung ating height, which is siya yung opposite niya. Tapos, yung ating distance, which is siya yung magiging adjacent. So, ang gagawin nyo kapag given na ito at saka ito? Di ba? O over A. So, makukuha nyo na kaagad yung ating x doon. Kasi x pala yung hinahanap natin. Okay? Yung dalawa lang na yun, yung hahanapin nyo. Kasi yung sa isa, complicated na ito, kabilaan siya. So, hindi tangent before natin makuha yung sa tangent. Kukuhanin muna natin Pythagorean theorem kasi ayan o, yung hypotenuse yung missing. Okay? So, bali yung first figure and second and third figure yung hahanapan nyo ng value ng x. Okay? Clear ba yung gagawin?
Yes po.
Ito is first figure yung ating height ng 3. Tapos yung pangalawa, yung ating mismong angle of elevation. Okay na? Sige, pa-stop na ng Christina.